Hey everybody, Christy Glass here. I wanted to make a video today on some of my favorite sweaters that you could make for the upcoming fall festival season. So many knitters make their way to the New York Sheep and Wool Festival. There's the New Jersey Sheep and Wool, Vermont. There are literally fiber festivals in so many different states across the United States, and then of course abroad as well. So I just wanted to share a few suggestions for you if you're looking for that special pattern on what to make for your upcoming trek to Sheepland. I wanted to start with my 2022 Rhinebeck sweater, which is the Like a Bird by Loopy Mango. Whether you go to a Sheep and Wool festival or not, it's really fun to come together and create a sweater. I know during the pandemic, we all knit Rhinebeck sweaters, even though Rhinebeck was not happening. And I just loved that sense of community that we all built together, knowing we were all working on that special make. So this is my 2022 special make, the Like a Bird by Loopy Mango. I knit this using the Dream worsted wool, and I used a lot more wool than the pattern called for because I wanted mine to be super extra feathery and bird-like. And I also even made one for my dog Louise. So we got a little twinning moment there well, I was on roller skates, she was not. Now I want to take you through a few of my favorite sweaters that I think would be great suggestions for you. We're gonna start off pretty basic because this is such a wonderful sweater for the season. Of course, you could wear it to a fall festival, but it's also just a great wardrobe builder, especially if you're into a capsule wardrobe. This is called the Classic, and it is by Espace Tricot. Mine has a slightly high-low. I can't remember if that's in the pattern or not, but I also used a special wool. It was on sale at my local yarn shop, and it has like a little bit of gold in it. So it kind of, yes, it's camel, but if I'm gonna have a camel sweater, I'm gonna want it to have a little something extra. And in this case, it has a little bit of gold in the wool. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but I would love for you to know that. I can't remember the brand of wool. I sort of think it might have been a Rowan possibly, or Shibui. It was on a sale section. So I really lucked out with this gorgeous camel color sweater in the Classic by Espace Tricot. Staying in the solid color department, I wanted to show you a recent finished object that I did. It's called the Tundra. This is by Nora Gone, and actually one of the first videos I did of Tell Me About Your Rhinebeck Sweater, I was wearing a Nora Gone and didn't even realize it because back then I just knew it had come from Brooklyn tweed, and so I was holding my sign that said Tell Me About Your Rhinebeck Sweater, and this woman came up to me and said, Tell me about your Rhinebeck sweater. And it was Nora Gone who had designed my sweater. So, lesson learned, but this is another Nora Gone, and this was a very challenging piece for me because of the cabling. It has 3 sections in the front and 3 sections in the back, and then 2 side sections. So I had to really work hard to keep track of where I was in the pattern, and it took me quite a long time to finish the yoke. Once that was done, the sleeves and the body were a total breeze to knit up, but this would be a wonderful fall festival sweater. Next up is the Cordi. This is from a publication called Moon and Turtle by Twin Sisters, and it is so fun to use this yarn. It's the tweed from Kelbourne Woolens, and I hadn't knit with Kelbourne yet, even though they'd been on my channel years ago. I loved this color combination, and the design element that really got me are these stripes here in the yoke. So this is a paper publication. I'm not sure if it comes in a digital pattern yet, but it's called Moon and Turtle, and this is the Cordi. This sweater is called Fox Thoughts, and this is by Hiroko Payne and Heron Crow, and this was in the Pom Pom magazine, and I believe it comes in a cardigan version as well, so if you want to have that steek moment and cut your knitting, this could be for you. I hope every knitter knows how much love and care goes into knitting this piece. Yes, it's color work, but it is color work like no other because of the color combinations. It's knit with 2 strands held double at all times, and the different combinations of colors change each row. So you're looking not only at what color combination am I knitting with, but also the chart on where am I knitting with these different color combinations. So you have 4 strands going at all times. It creates this masterpiece like a watercolor or a painting This is such a proud moment for me and for anyone who chooses to knit this sweater. It's Fox Thoughts. This next sweater is an Icelandic design. It's the Raikvik Soft by Maiju KP, and I saw a version of this sweater using almost these exact colors, only solid colors. The maker, who you must follow, Blooming Woolly, she had leftover lopi from past Icelandic sweaters, and so she made this combination and I fell in love with it. But what I did is I grabbed some hedgehog Aran weight wool of the similar colors. So it makes my yoke a little bit muddier because of the speckles, but it's still the same color story as she was using because it was so brilliant. And I haven't made a lopi sweater not in lopi before, so it was really interesting to do it in the hedgehog. This is Raikvik Soft, and it's such a showstopper. My final suggestion for you is one of my favorite sweaters. I wear it all the time. It's so cozy, and I just feel like it looks like $1,000,000. It's called the Chunky Rainbow Patchwork Pullover number 15. It's by Meeps, and you can get a kit for this on her website, or you can do your own thing. So if you have DK weight mohair, chunky mohair, or just even any scraps in your stash, you could totally make your own combination of this fantastic patchwork sweater. It is so good. I love it so much. Now before you go, I want to show you an accessory that I think would really pack a punch at any fall festival. It's called the Shelby Cowl. It's by Amy Opie Designs. And this cowl is in itself beautiful, wonderful, love it. But there's an added detail of embroidered flowers or woolly tattoos that go on top of the Shelby Cowl by Pam Powers. So you can purchase the template for these flowers and go to town embroidering this beautiful piece. I made mine in a really beautiful green. This wool is from Pearl Soho, and I actually used the embroidery kit from Pam Powers from Ikigai Fibers to make the embroidery of the flowers on my Shelby cowl. It was so much fun to add this special detail to it, and I just really feel like, especially if you're at a fall festival and you have to put your coat on and you don't want to cover up your beautiful sweater, at least you have something special to put on the outside. Or maybe it's really, really hot and all you need is a little cowl, then this is also the star of the show. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me here on Christy Glass Knits. I hope you have a wonderful season knitting up your special sweater, and I will see you soon. Bye.